Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to go ahead and start working with the user profile here in Django Instagram clone. Okay, in the last video we created a favorites function, and in the upper last one, I don't know if that's the right word, we created a like function. But in this one we're going to go ahead and make our profile model more robust so that we won't have just a very simple profile with the user and favorites post. Okay, hopefully you guys understand what we're going to do in this video. Without wasting any more time, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is actually get rid of this and this, and mainly we'll be working with the model because as you can see, the model right now isn't looking really good. We need to go ahead and add up some things. So let's just go ahead and start working. Okay guys, so without wasting any more time, I don't want to go ahead and start typing out all this. I already have it in my clipboard, so I'm just gonna paste it. You could just pause the video and type it down. It's really easy. So we have a user field, we have a first name that has just the child field, and max length is 50. We can go ahead and increase all this if we want. Null can be true, blank can be true. The same thing as last name, location, URL. Let's make this URL a URL field before I forget. Okay, and we can also make this like, let's say a 1000 length. Okay, then there's going to be profile info. You can also name it something like bio, and there's going to be created. Let's just add like when the profile was created, on maybe when you joined. There's gonna be favorites. We already have its favorites. There's gonna be an image. Okay, hopefully you guys understand. And we need to upload this image to something called user directory pets. And in order to do that, I think I've created it out in the upper video. I'm just gonna hop over to this model, and there's it over here. I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm simply gonna paste it in here like that. So that's where we want to upload our pictures and all that too. Okay, so this time around I'm gonna get rid of this, and instead I'm gonna be returning self dot first name, just like that. Okay, yeah, that should be it. So we should go ahead and run our server again. Rather, we should migrate first before running the server. So I'm gonna say python manage.py, make migrations, and it says provide one default to the blah 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 blah. Wait, let me add a default by myself. Let's see what's the error. So now add is true, upload to null is true, favorites. Yeah, let's just add in one. You can accept the default time zone by pressing enter. Yes, enter. Okay, now we need to also migrate. Okay, so after this, if we hop over here again and refresh, I think there should be an error somewhere. Okay, if we open up profiles, we open this up, I think there is an error somewhere. Let's see. I can't actually tell. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fill all this in manually. My name is that, location is just out something. I'm gonna add this to bio. I'm gonna say software engineer or something like that, or you can add whatever you want. Then from a profile picture, I'm gonna choose something that looks like me. I'm gonna open up others, and I'm gonna open up this, and I'm gonna choose that. Okay, save this. Let's see what we've got. We've got one profile object. Actually, I don't know why this is not working. I think I'm missing something that I can't even remember again. Yes, I know there's something I'm missing and I can't even remember. Ah man. So this, now we have a profile for Destiny. Now what we need to do is hop over to the views.py, and we need to create a new function for Destiny. So we're gonna say define user profile, or we could just call it define profile, whatever. Okay, let's just say define. Okay, we already have the name in our model, so this time around let's just use user profile, and it's gonna be camel case like that. Okay, and what should we pass in? Request. What else do you think we're gonna pass in? Username. Okay, so we are doing this because, you know, in Instagram, if you come over to instagram.com/Desphixs, then you're gonna see an Instagram account that's related to that username. So that's exactly the same thing we want to do. Okay, hopefully you guys understand. So I'm just gonna get back. Okay, so with this now, we need to get a user. So we're gonna say user is equal to get object of 404. Let's import it. We don't have it yet. Get object of 404, and we simply want to pass in user, and we also want to pass in username should be equal to username. So what is this? Is this ringing a bell or something? Yeah, we need to import this over here like that. Okay, so after this we also need to get profile. So we're gonna say profile should be equal to profile.objects.get, or you can also use get object of 404, and we're getting user should be equal to user. Okay, hopefully you guys understand what we're doing here. We got a user, then we try getting the user's profile. Yeah, as simple as that. Okay, so after this we need to also pass in URL name. That's because in Instagram, when you hop over to your profile, you will see like a dashboard section and a save section that's going to display your saved posts. So that's what we are doing over here. Don't worry, when we do it, you're going to understand what it does and you'll be like, whoa, so that's what it does. Okay, so after this we're going to say URL name should be resolve, and in this resolve it's going to take in request.path. So it's going to take in request.path and it's going to take in the URL name. Now we need to make sure we are importing all this. So we're going to say from Django.urls we want to import resolve, and also let's import post. Let's say from post.models we want to import post like that. Okay, so with this now, the next thing we want to do is go ahead and check if the URL name is in profile. So if URL name is equal to profile, then what do we want to do? We simply want to actually list out all the posts. Okay, so if it's there, we're simply gonna list out all the posts that the users have got. I know you might not understand all this now, but just wait till we're on it, then I'll start explaining what all this does. Okay, then user would be equal to user. Let's order by minus created, if you remember it, or posted, I think. Let's check it out. Models, oh yeah, it's posted. Okay, so we order by posted, and after that, how about the URL name is not in profile? Then we want to simply say post.favorites.all. Okay, I know you might not understand, and don't even bother understanding because I'm still going to explain what all this does. So after this, let's add the pagination. Okay, so we'll be able to paginate post and not just list out all the posts. So we're going to say paginator over here. Paginator should be equal to paginator, and we're going to pass in posts, and let's say you want to list out 3 posts of a user, so you see that it works. And we also need to get page number. So we're going to say page number should be equal to request.get with the capital or uppercase get and the lowercase get, and we simply want to get page. Okay, then after this we are now gonna go with post paginator. You can call it whatever you want, it's just a variable. Now this one is going to be paginator that we created over here dot get page, which is a method, and we're going to pass in page number that we created over here. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand. I think we are not yet even importing paginator. I think we need to go ahead and import paginator. Okay, so we need to import paginator at the top, just like that. From Django.call the paginator, import paginator. Okay, so with this now, let's go ahead and pass in context and also return a template. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm still one of this like that, and I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, just like this, push that in. This is gonna be post pagination, just like that. This should go to profile.html. So the main URL is somewhere here. I'm gonna open it up, and you guys shouldn't mind all this stuff. This is just like other projects I'm working on. Okay, so open this, and I'm gonna open up urls.py, and you know what we're gonna do already? We need to say from user dot models, we need to import profile, and also we need to say from user dot views, we need to import user profile. Yeah, I think that's how we named it over here. Okay, so with this now, what is the next thing we are supposed to do? We are supposed to now create a path for it. So just down here, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna say profile URL section, and I'm gonna say path. So what are we gonna name this path? You remember I told you guys that I want to firstly go to slash a name like slash destiny before I get to their profile. Okay, so I'm gonna add a username over there slash just like this. Now the name of this one is gonna be profile, but firstly let's add in the user profile thing. Okay, and the name is gonna be profile. So we named this profile just because over here we said if your URL name is profile, then we want to list out all the user profile, or else we want to list out your favorite posts. So let's just go ahead and keep working. I know it might not still be clear up to now, and this should be favorites, and this should be slash favorites. Whoa, that should be it. Or let's just say slash saved. You can call it whatever you want. Okay, so with this now, let's see if our server is still running, and let's just try doing. Okay, I think there is an error. It says invalid syntax. I think it should be a comma syntax, something like that. Okay, it's working. Now let's come over here and refresh this. Now let's come over to slash destiny. Okay, and what does it say? Name profile is not defined. Let's see. Profile is equal to profile the object that gets. That should be in views.py user auth line 10. User auth line 10. Okay, as you can see why, because we need to say from user auth dot models import profile. Okay, so as you can see over here, it's working. Now let's come over here and refresh again. Boom, it's working, but it's not finding any template. So it's saying, hey, can you give me a template? And sure, we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna come over here and we want to open up templates, create a new file, save this, call this profile.html. Now come over here and refresh. Boom, what do you notice? A white blank background. Okay, so after this now, let's go ahead and configure the template, like the profile template, so everything is gonna look good. Okay, so before we go ahead and start doing that, I actually want to show you guys something first. So how about I say in this template, I want to get let's just say I want to get user dot, or let's just say I want to get profile dot first name. Okay guys, we need to go ahead and make this profile page look good. As you can see now, we don't have anything here. So what are we gonna do? I told you guys that I already have the templates built out, so I'm just gonna grab the template for the profile. I think I already have something here and here, but I think something is already built out there like this. So I'm gonna paste it, and as you can see, we make sure you extend the base, make sure you also add in the end block content. Then we're gonna go ahead and fix every other thing that we need to fix right now. Okay guys, so this is how it's looking when you just copy the template and paste it in. I know the styling is very bad. I actually didn't really concentrate on the styling. I just made sure the functionality is actually what was working. So what we need to do right now is simply go ahead and make sure we get the profile of any user that we call over to over here. For example, let's say you want to go over to Karen. Okay, I think no one is named Karen. Let's come over to users. Yeah, it's Karen, but with a uppercase K. Okay, Karen doesn't have any profile, so that's why it's not working. Okay, so when you come over to Destiny, we want to make sure we see Destiny Franks and the username and all that. So how do we go about that? It's quite easy. What we need to do is over here, we just need to simply start calling out all the posts and the username and all that. So to go ahead and list out the name and all that, we need to also add it into the context. So I'm just gonna duplicate this, and over here we need profile, we also need posts, here. Yeah, I think that should be it. So in the profile.html, we can simply say profile.user, and you can see we see Destiny over here. And let's actually just say profile.first_name, and we can see destiny. Let's add a pipe title, so automatically the first letter will be uppercase, and we also need to add in a last name, but let me get rid of the word wrap. So I'm gonna add in a last underscore name. You can see Destiny Franks. Now for the username, we need to say profile.username. As you can see, we are getting nothing, so we need to say user.username. Okay, as you can see, we're getting Destiny. Now for the edit profile, yeah, we just leave it there. So I know this all is looking bad, but we're still gonna fix it. But for the image, this is what we got. Let me show it to you guys. This is what we got over here, profile.image.url. With this now, it's on bit here, so make sure you add profile.image.url, and it's going to show up like this perfectly well. Now for the bio, the straight at the URL, let's go and make all that work. So I think it should be let's somewhere here. So we need to say profile.bio. As you can see, software engineer, we need to just copy this and put it somewhere here a couple of times. And also we need to put this in here, and this is going to be profile.url. This is going to be profile.location, or is the address that we named it, 512 Liverpool, London, www.desphixs.com. okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so it can go to desphixs.com. okay, so I think that should be it. Now how about the post? Well, what can we do about the post? So what we need to do is firstly list out the post and mention how many posts that we have here. Take note, for the followers and the following, we are still going to build out the functionality for all that, but I don't think it might be in this video. It might be in the upcoming videos and all that. I don't think it might be in this one. Okay, but for now, what we can do is just list out the posts. That's one of the least things that we could do. Okay, so over here, let's get where the post is. I think it should be somewhere here. Okay, that's it. End of gallery. One. Let's get rid of this and let's see if it's still gonna show. No, it's not showing any longer. I'm gonna get rid of the loader. Don't think I need that. So we need to run a for loop over here. So we're gonna say for post in posts, like that. Now over here, let's say end for, refresh, and as you can see, we are getting all these posts, but they are not looking good. I don't like the way they are looking. I think there should be more to it. Let's try doing this. Come over here, get back. Okay, let's run this for loop over here. Get rid of that, put it over here. Okay, as you can see now, it's looking way more better. It's just because we're running the for loop in the wrong location. So hopefully you guys understand what's going on, and we listed out the post by saying post.picture.url, and post.getAbsoluteURL is going to take us to the post detail. Hopefully you guys understand everything that's going on. Now when you hover, you can see the like, the comments and all that. I don't think we've got any comments for now. We're still gonna create a functionality for that, and when we do it, that's when we're gonna actually list it out. But for now, how about we clicked on post and saved? Do we still get the saved post? No, we don't. So that's something we actually want to work on right now. So over here, we are gonna say if URL name is equal to profile, then what do we want to do? We want to actually stick with the dashboard, or else it's going to be the saved post. So if it's that, then it should be this one. Let me make sure that I'm doing this the right way. Come on, man, what am I doing? Okay, let's end if over here. and I'm gonna put this just here. I don't tell like this one. Okay, so if your name is profile, then we want to show that this one is active. You know what we can just do is simply just give it like a background color or something. Yeah, we could just give it a background color. Let's just say we could do something like, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of this and I'm gonna put it somewhere here so we don't actually have errors. Okay, and also we need to still do the same thing for this one. We're gonna copy this and we're gonna put it in there, get rid of that. But this one should be favorite. You remember that's why I named it in here, profile and favorites. Okay, don't worry, I'm still gonna explain all this. I know you might not understand what's going on. So let's post as this. Let's just give this like a dummy style color. Let's just say if it's the one that's active, let's just say green, and if it's this one that's active, let's just say green. Okay, hopefully you understand what's going on. But let me just come over here and refresh. Okay, we are not getting anything right now. That's because I think in the views.py we also need to pass in URL name over here. Come on, pass in URL name. Okay, so what do you notice now? We get post and we are not getting saved. That's because we don't have the URL name is not going to save. So how about we come to saved and you say name post is not defined. What does that mean? Posts, rather, local variable post was referenced before assignments whenever we want to go over to the saved URL. So in order to fix this, in the views.py, we need to come over here and say posts should be equal to profile.favorites.all. So I think that's gonna fix it for this one. As you can see, it's working. But when we are on the saved, now we don't see the posts link here again. So what we need to do is just come over here. Let's come over to our code, come over to profile.html, and it's definitely from here that we are getting this error. So what we need to do is simply get rid of all this. We're just gonna stick with one. I'm gonna get rid of this, and okay, yeah, this is gonna show an error right now. That's because here we've got if, but we don't have any close enough for it. Okay, so what we can actually do is the same thing. It's gonna work, but if the URL name is favorite, then we want to make it green, else we make it black. How about if the URL name is profile? Let's make it green, else we can also make it dark. Okay, hopefully you guys understand. So I can just say else, let's make it dark. So that all this is just to know when we are on the saved URL or when we are on the post URL, so that we can easily identify where we are. So that's just it. And if so, now when we refresh, now we see post and saved. Okay, but this is supposed to be black. Okay, so you guys get it. Now when we click on post, it should go to post. That's because we don't have the URL yet. I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna put it all in here like that. Okay, so this is gonna go to profile the user. This is gonna be profile. Okay, so refresh this now. When we come over to saved, is that working? Now, as you can see, it's green. When we click on post, as you can see, post is now green. So it's also displaying our saved images. For example, we click on this and as you can see, we have this 1 2 3 4 as saved images. How about I want to try adding another one to see how it actually really works? Let's add the one that we don't have already. So we don't have this one yet, or let's say we don't have this computer one, working on computer. So I'm just gonna add it now. Okay, what just happened? Okay, I think we actually changed out some things in the URL. Let me just head back to the URL. This is username /saved. the name is profile, and I want to make sure that it's called favorites and not saved. So in the profile, this is favorites, this is favorites, this is profile, this is profile. Okay, so this one should be over here. Now let's check out the index.html. I think it should be there. The error should be coming from there. Okay, let's call it favorites. So as you can see, we have favorites, but why are we getting the error? That's what we don't know yet. Favorites. Okay, let me actually try fixing this. Come over here, then come over to favorites. As you can see, that works. Now you can see it over here, but I don't know why when clicking on that it doesn't work. Let's see, this won't work. Well, how about we wanna just get back here and click on this again. It's coming to /saved, and that's not what we want. It should go to /favorites. Okay, I think there is an error somewhere. I think your ID, post ID /favorites, it's going to /saved, and I can't really tell where the error is coming from. How about we name this favorites? No, this should be saved. Okay, I think there is a name collision. This one is named favorites, this one is named favorites, so it's a name collision. So we should just name this one post-favorites. So what does that mean? That means in the index.html, over here, let's locate favorites. We need to come over here and say it should be post-favorites. Okay, this should work right now. Okay, so as you can see, we have this one. If we click on it again, come over here and refresh, it's gone. So that's it. Now in the post, when we create a post, it automatically gets here. So let's just try creating a post. Let's say post, not portfolio, but post /new post. Okay, I'm gonna choose a file, and let's say I want to post myself, and this is gonna be I am Destiny, and the hashtags should be Destiny, Django, programmer, and whatever. Now when we post it, now we can see it over here. So how about I want to head over to my profile? What do you notice? Destiny is over here. Now we can click on it, but we can add to favorites from the detail page. Come over to saved. We can't see it. We can't see it here because it's not yet in the favorites. So let's actually add the functionality to be able to add favorites from the post detail. Okay, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. This is like let's say you see this button over here. Let me get rid of it and see if that's the okay, that's it. So what I want to do is get rid of this, and I'm gonna make it an A tag. And note, we're gonna add the href over here, and we are simply gonna say URL should go to post-favorite, and what we need is post ID, post.id, not comma id dot id. So when we refresh now, take note, get rid of this. Come over to my profile. As you can see, when we are on the saved, I don't have Destiny over here. But how about we click on this now? Come over here and refresh. Now we have Destiny here, and we also have him here. So yeah, that's it. I think we're actually making progress, and that should be it for the profile. We actually configured the name, the username, the images, the saved, and the posts, and everything is looking quite nice from here. Maybe in the next video, we're going to go ahead and continue with tracking the number of followers that we've got, and the number of following, and also the number of posts. I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. For now, stay safe and mad love. Peace out.